You type everything. Notes, ideas, shopping lists, messages. Your keyboard is faster, more efficient, more convenient. But here is what nobody tells you. Every time you choose typing over handwriting, you are leaving intelligence on the table. Literal, measurable intelligence. The kind that shows up on tests. The kind that determines how fast you learn. The kind that separates sharp thinkers from people who forget what they learned yesterday. In the science behind why handwriting makes you smarter, it is not what you think. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you is the exact neurological difference between typing notes and writing them by hand, and why that difference is costing you more than you realize. You know what's wild? You can type 80 words per minute, but you'll remember more from writing 15 words by hand. That's not a productivity problem. That's your brain showing you what actually works. Subscribe now, because what comes next explains exactly how handwriting activates parts of your brain that typing never touches. Picture this. You're in a lecture, taking notes on your laptop. Your fingers are flying. You're capturing everything the professor says, word for word, sentence for sentence. You feel productive, efficient, prepared. Then exam day comes. You look at your notes. Everything is there, but nothing feels familiar. You read it like someone else wrote it. Now, picture the person next to you. They wrote half as many notes by hand. They missed entire sections. Their handwriting is messy, but they remember the material. They understood the concepts. They aced the exam. What is the difference? Their brain was working while they wrote. Yours was just transcribing. Here's what happened. You were taught that more notes equals better learning, that capturing everything means you will remember everything. But your brain does not work that way. Your brain does not remember what you record, it remembers what you process. And handwriting forces processing in a way typing never does. Here is what typing is costing you. Every lecture you type through is a lecture your brain barely encodes. Every idea you type out is an idea that stays surface level. Every note you type is information your brain treats as temporary. You are working harder but learning less, and you don't even know it. Chapter 1. The Neural Activation Difference. Here is what happens in your brain when you write by hand versus when you type. When you type, you're hitting keys, the same motion for every letter. Your motor cortex barely activates. Your brain is on autopilot. But when you write by hand, every letter requires a unique movement. Your motor cortex lights up, your sensory cortex engages, your visual cortex processes the shapes you are creating. You are not just recording information, you are experiencing it through multiple sensory channels simultaneously. Dr. Audrey Vandermeer at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology studied this using EEG brain scans. She found that handwriting activates widespread connectivity across the brain, multiple regions firing together, building networks. Typing? Minimal activation, isolated regions, no network building. That connectivity is what creates memory. That network building is what creates intelligence. When you write by hand, you are literally wiring your brain differently, creating pathways that typing never builds. And those pathways determine how well you think, how fast you learn, how deeply you understand. Remember that person who took fewer notes but remembered more? Their brain was building networks while yours was hitting keys. Chapter 2. The Encoding Advantage. You know what the biggest difference is between handwriting and typing? Speed. And that is exactly why handwriting wins. When you type, you can transcribe almost as fast as someone speaks, so you try to capture everything, word for word, no filtering, no thinking. Your brain goes into dictation mode, recording without processing. But when you write by hand, you are slower. You cannot write as fast as someone speaks, so you are forced to make choices. Which ideas are most important? How do I summarize this in my own words? What is the core concept here? That filtering is not a limitation. That is learning. Dr. Pam Mueller at Princeton compared students who typed notes to students who wrote notes by hand. same lectures, same material. The typing students wrote more notes, more complete, more detailed. But when tested a week later, the handwriting students retained significantly more. They performed better on conceptual questions. They understood the material at a deeper level. Because they were not transcribing, they were translating, converting what they heard into what they understood. And translation is what creates memory. Your brain does not remember what flows through it. It remembers what it works to process. Handwriting forces that work. Typing skips it. Wait, let me show you how deep this goes. Handwriting does not just help you remember better, it actually makes you think better. Chapter 3: The Intelligence Multiplier. Here is something that will blow your mind. Children who learn to write by hand develop stronger reading skills than children who only type. Not because handwriting teaches spelling, because handwriting builds the motor memory of those shapes. That motor memory strengthens your visual recognition of those letters. That recognition accelerates reading fluency. Typing does not create that motor memory, so the neural pathway stays weak. A study from Indiana University used brain scans on children learning letters. The children who practiced by handwriting showed adult-like neural activation in reading regions. The children who practiced on keyboards, their brains looked like non-readers. Same letters, same practice time, completely different brain development. And this does not stop in childhood. Adults show the same pattern. When you handwrite new information, you activate the reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters what information gets encoded into long-term memory. Your brain interprets the physical effort of writing as a signal. This information is important, store this. When you type, no signal, no special encoding. The information flows in and flows right back out. Researchers at the University of Tokyo found that people who wrote on paper had significantly more brain activity in areas associated with language, memory, and visualization compared to people who typed on tablets or phones. Your hand physically shaping letters on paper creates a cognitive experience that keyboards cannot replicate. Subscribe before you forget this. Most people will watch, agree, then go right back to typing everything. So how do you actually use this? First, handwrite your most important notes. You do not have to handwrite everything, but the ideas that matter, the concepts you need to remember, write those by hand. Second, summarize typed notes by hand. If you must type during a lecture or meeting, go back within 24 hours and handwrite a one-page summary. Force your brain to process what you captured. Third, use handwriting for thinking, not just recording. When you are working through a problem or trying to understand something complex, grab a pen. The act of writing will activate thinking pathways that typing leaves dormant. Fourth, write out your goals and plans. When you handwrite your intentions, your brain encodes them more deeply. You are not just stating what you want, you are neurologically committing to it. Here is what this looks like. Old you types everything, captures 100% of information, remembers 20%, forgets most of it within a week, wonders why nothing sticks. New you handwrites key concepts, captures 60%, but processes 100%, remembers 80%, builds actual understanding. Old you is optimizing for speed. New you is optimizing for intelligence. Here is your challenge. In the next 24 hours, handwrite something you would normally type. A summary of what you are learning, a plan for your week, 3 key ideas from this video. Notice how it feels different. Notice how your brain engages differently. Then come back and comment, did handwriting make you think about it more deeply? Because most people will not do this. They will nod, agree that handwriting is better, then never pick up a pen. Do not be most people. Your keyboard is not making you smarter. It is making you faster at forgetting. Handwriting is slower, more effortful, less convenient, but that effort is exactly what your brain needs to build intelligence. Every letter you form by hand is a neural pathway being strengthened. Every word you write is a memory being encoded. Every page you fill is your brain literally rewiring itself. So grab a pen, write something, anything, because the intelligence you are looking for is not in the information you consume, it is in the way you process it, and handwriting processes it better than anything else. I'll see you in the next one.